But first, let's get to a training camp update, which is brought to you by Miami-Dade County Public Schools Technical Colleges. For more information, call 305-558-8000 or log on to careerinayear.com. So the Miami Dolphins gearing up for their second preseason game. Yesterday, a little bit more of a back and forth between the offense and defense than it was the day before, where the offense was getting picked off left and right. Although yesterday, once again, Javon Holland, the snowman, getting a lot of picks, Leroy. Got a couple, and he had a sick breakup deep of Tyreek Hill and Tua Tagovailoa. The snowman is showing out.
I think he's my favorite football player.
The snowman, the showman.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Leroy?
Mm-hmm.
See? Good. Everyone's good. We're all good here.
Here's Tua Tagovailoa. He says that he wants to play this week in the preseason. Get a little action.
Man, I always want to play. I'm going to be honest. I wanted to play last week too, at least a couple snaps. But Mike decided that, then wasn't the time. So hopefully he gives, the first offense an opportunity to go out there, hopefully get some plays in, understand some situations, knowing how to manage the game, and kind of get back into the groove of things, in that sense where we have no coaches on the field. We have no one to really line us up. We just figure out things on our own when we're out there playing.
Goosies, dude. You know what's backing up there?
Jesus. I was wondering, Tua's speaking, sir.
You know what's backing up there?
What?
The Brinks truck is Tua's so money.
Yeah.
Like
that. Leroy, what do you think? I think he likes it.
He didn't say -1.
Didn't say -1.
Can I just say, the part that gets me is your hype man.
Man, I'm just checking with the corner.
Right?
Make sure everything's okay.
What does it mean, champ? What does it mean? What does it mean, champ? Tell the people what it means.
He's lashing out right now. Don't fall for his bull. He's lashing out.
I'm not lashing out. Every time you say, hey, you want to Marco's like, yes, I do. Like, yeah. No, you know where this is going.
Just being honest.
Yeah, Tua's excited. Listen, I'd be better play. I want to see some Tua action. Let's go. He's a gamer, football guy. Don't let him go out there and not get any bullets.
I think
get some reps.
That every snaps. Offense and defense needs to have a game where they go in at halftime and make adjustments. That's part of the game. You need to know how you're going to communicate those changes from a coaching staff to the players and how it's going to be implemented on the field. And they don't do it anymore. They don't play first half, come out for a couple of series in the second half.
Can I just say, though?
You're not going to know. Look, there is no substitution for playing the whole game to know what a whole game does on your body. And a lot of these teams, the players never go through that. So with that extra game, now we're going to see even more sloppy football in the beginning of the year.
Go ahead, Marcos.
Is it this game or nothing? Like, if he doesn't play this game, does that mean that they're saving him for the third game, or is like the third game too close to the season? I feel like it's first game. I understand you sit, you want to make some choices with the roster. Last game, you don't want to risk injury. Final choices with the roster. If he doesn't play this game, he's not playing all preseason.
They're not going to sit him the whole preseason.
Exactly. So he has to play this game.
I feel like he does.
I think here's what I'm curious about. Because of the extra week after the last preseason game, you think coaches are not going to do the thing with because the third game would actually be the dress rehearsal.
Right. And then the fourth game, nobody
and then
plays.
You wouldn't play the fourth game.
Right.
So now that the last preseason game is that third game and you still are in effect taking a week off, you think the coaches are building up to that third game, and then that third game you're going to play into the second half.
I think so. I think that's the way.
Right, because you get the extra week. Now, when I played, we used to do the dress rehearsal the last week of the season, the last week of preseason. So you go right into the season building to that, to a full game.
I'm looking right now. Last year,
there was 4 preseason games though.
No, last year there were 3.
Oh, there were
last year Tua played. He got 11 snap. He was He was 8 of 11 in the first preseason game, so he played a little bit. He didn't play in the last preseason game. That was Sinnott to win it. Reed Sinnott. The second preseason game was the one where he got the most action, though. So that's how they did it last year. That was Brian Flores, obviously different coaching staff, but that is how they did it.
But they didn't have the extra week either.
No, they had the extra week. It was like it was.
Did they go last preseason game, then 2 weeks for the regular season?
No, it was the last game was August 29th, and then the first preseason, the first game was September 12th. So it was exactly like it was this year.
August 29th. Yeah. I think they did that. I thought they did that so guys could play that third preseason game.
Well, they didn't.
But think about it. If you play the second preseason game,
you're not playing.
Play until the beginning of the season. That's 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks without football. We talk about how bad guys play coming out of the bye week.
Well, they didn't play.
Give 3 weeks.
Well, they certainly didn't play good to start that season. I mean, they got the win week 1 where Xavier Howard stole the football, but then they lost their next 7 games. So
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, everybody has their preference, and I think the way that it's gone. And I tell you who killed it for everybody. Zach Wilson, because now everybody's terrified.
I'm a little terrified too.
No,
for sure.
Don't be terrified, because here's why. Right? It ain't Zach Wilson you got to worry about. It's the guys in front of him. Right? So from that standpoint, if you have doubts about the people protecting the quarterback, then you got to be careful with your quarterback.
Did you see the video yesterday going around of that bum Jesse Davis?
What did he do?
He nearly got Kirk Cousins killed in practice.
He's in Minnesota?
Yeah, we've been over this.
Wow. Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
The guy who's made more money at that position than anybody.
You don't even know if it was Kirk Cousins. It might have been their backup. So he was getting blown up by the second team. Like, he literally got knocked on his ass 4 feet behind the line of scrimmage. It was incredible. He's he's battling for a left guard job. That guy was protecting to his blind side.
When you type in Jesse Davis's name, you know how Google tells you the most asked questions. Yeah. Number 1, how many sacks did Jesse Davis give up? It's the number 1 asked question.
No, the most incredible picture I've ever seen, it should be up there right next to the Mona Lisa, is just a collage of him helping up the quarterbacks that he's hurt. It's him bringing up Ryan Fitzpatrick, bringing up Jacoby Brissett, bringing up Tua Tagovailoa, all hurt.
I did. I got hit in the backfield one time. It was one, and somebody snapped the ball late or whatever. So nobody was moving except for the defense.
Mm-hmm.
And I got crushed. And the old lineman came to help me up. And I said to him, I would preferably not like to be meeting like this. Perhaps you could show a little more exuberance in doing what you do.
I don't feel like you said it that eloquently. I feel like you probably used a few more curse words.
I do. Because we got back to the huddle and we all laughing. I say, we think this is funny. I say, guys, the only person getting their ass kicked is me. Because y'all ain't touching nobody.
Well, how about this? We got Jalen Waddle. It's the one piece of injury news that's significant. Jalen Waddle missed his second straight day of practice yesterday. This was McCochin on why Jalen missed the first day, which also is the reason why he missed yesterday. Here is Mike McDaniel.
Mike, did Jalen Waddle miss practice yesterday because of an injury, and is he back today?
He just didn't feel like it. No. Yeah, no, that was fun. It was a cool process with Jalen. You learn more about your players all the time. There's something that that I don't really need to get into, but that he could have practiced with our elite medical staff having history with stuff. We were trying to be preventative. He wanted to practice. We disallowed it to try to be in front of something. But he
sounds like he had a boil on his ass.
Practice here again in training camp. We'll take it day by day, but we're just trying to, sometimes you have to protect people from themselves. And that's a great problem to have, especially with an elite talent like that.
There you go. Boil on
So-
his ass.
So we just heard 2-3 minutes
It wasn't that long.
of Mike McDaniel talk.
Mhm.
And it had nothing to do with the question. That was Barry Jackson, right?
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with what Barry Jackson asked. Right?
Why he was out?
Yeah.
He said he has an injury. Then he wanted to play through, and that they didn't want him to let him play.
Mm.
So it's like
So-
preventative.
Yeah, preventative. He's dinged up. You know, what was it? Dog days at camp. Waddle, sit down. He's too important.
He's got a boil on his ass.
You know, let Ezukama go out there and catch some passes. Sit your ass down. This is your
Sanu.
opportunity, Preston Williams. Sanu, yeah. There you go. Because Waddle's taking
I
a
thought
lot
he
of
was.
reps.
I thought he was going to be awesome when he came into the league.
Who?
He had a little run in Cincinnati.
You talking about Sanu?
Mohamed Sanu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he got into the league. It wasn't Rutgers rule.
He was solid though. I mean, he's going to be
Yeah.
taking Preston Williams' job.
Great passer.
Yeah,
I mean,
he is,
again,
right?
here, think about this. This is Preston Williams' 4th year.
Yep.
Right? If the team bring in other guys, you've had 3 years of opportunity
Yeah. Well,
with guys being banged up. And you were banged up. So if you don't get an opportunity now because they're trying to work new guys in, that's on you.
did you see yesterday Tua throwing bombs to Jake Paul?
Man, the internet was mad.
They really were mad.
God, like a little much.
What were they more mad at? The fact that Jake Paul caught the ball, or the fact that Jake Paul, or the fact that Tua threw a deep ball to Jake Paul? Like, what
I
made them
think
more mad?
a lot of it has to do with if you have a conversation with Jake Paul, you get a totally different vibe than what you see, with all his antics. And so when we had a conversation, we were like, you know what? That wasn't a bad conversation. Right? It's not, when you have these talks with him, it's not the guy you see making a stink about everything, you
Right.
know? So
No, it's like everybody, because I saw yesterday, like they put out a montage of him like putting, missing a basketball shot, swinging and missing, and then dropping a Tua pass. And I was like, hey, yeah, I guess, but he also did catch a bomb from Tua.
Right.
That's that the team put out. Tua looks like he's having a good time.
Did he throw a strike?
He did, but he did not throw from the mound. He threw in front of the mound.
Okay. He threw from batting practice.
He threw from batting practice, right?
Like, why is that? To like reduce it?
No, sometimes they tell
give you the
a lot of
option.
times they tell you don't throw it from the mound.
They don't tell you that. You
They
can
give
go,
you the option?
You can go do what you want.
Well,
Oh, really? Did you
why
throw a
not throw
heater?
from the mound then?
I threw a heater, but it ended up in the batter's box.
Huh?
But my Barry University one, right down the middle.
Zaslow seems like the kind of guy that try to throw like a knuckleball or something.
I think Zaslow bounced it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not positive. I don't remember. Memory's a little fuzzy. I remember that Hawk did the crane kick.
Oh yeah,
Such a silly guy.
Dontrell leg kick.
But yeah, I don't know. People are mad. He's all over the place.
A lot. I saw literally no positive comments.
Because guess what? Here's what's crazy. If Jake Paul fought down here, it'd be packed.
He did fight down here. I was there. Everybody left after he was done fighting. I saw his
were
pro
there
debut.
too.
What?
I was with you.
No, you were with me for Logan Paul.
Oh, that's when he pieced up.
I was there for Jake Paul's
Ocho
pro
Cinco.
Yeah, I was there for Jake Paul's
Booty.
pro debut. Yeah. Yep.
That's it.
I was there for his pro debut. He fought another YouTuber that night. That was his pro debut. And he knocked him out in the first round. And then everybody left. And there was still the middleweight championship of the world next. I felt terrible for Demetrius Andrade. I was like, you guys know there's a significant fight next. They didn't care. They're
No.
off to their Super Bowl parties.
That's what people want. People want to see, these events. And now the way the fight game is going, it's all of these things that create more buzz than the actual people fighting for belts.
At night, Shannon the Cannon Briggs was getting interviewed by Irish television. And he dragged me onto his live shot. Champ, get over here, champ. He introduced me to Ireland.
You probably broke into Peaky Blinders.
I
need no introduction.
Yeah, look, my guy here, Shannon the Cannon. Peaky Blinders.
Hey, you think he would look over at you like?
I don't know. He'd probably love it, to be honest with you.
I don't know, but he's a sweater.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Like,
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know what he got in his system, but every time I see him, every time we talk to him, let's go, champ. He beating up. Let's go, champ.
He's like, I need 2 weeks. That's all I need.
We are talking about a guy who paddleboarded in Miami
No.
messed with Klitschko.
He didn't paddleboard. He just boated. Behind the paddleboarder.
Yeah.
Knocked him off his paddleboard. Klitschko
Oh,
just sitting in there flopping like a fish.
Oh, boy.
All time video. Take a quick break. Back after this.